Once upon a time, there was a little girl who wasn't afraid of anything. One day she proved just how brave she was. It was a dark and stormy afternoon. Rain lashed against the windows and the wind howled like a hungry wolf. Little Alia didn't feel like staying inside, so she put on her raincoat and went out to play. When she stepped outside, the wind nearly knocked her over. Umbrellas were flying around like angry bees and people were running for cover. But Alia just stood there. She wanted to feel the raindrops on her skin and the wind in her hair. That's when she saw something that made her gasp. Not far from the shore, something huge was stuck in the shallow water. It was a whale. And it wasn't just any whale. It was the biggest whale Alia had ever seen. Its mouth was open wide and its eyes were blinking slowly as if asking for help. Alia was terrified. The whale was so big and its skin was as gray and slimy as a giant slug. But something made her go against her instincts and creep closer. Maybe it was the whale's pleading eyes or the way the wind seemed to whisper its cries for help. When she got closer, Alia noticed that the whale's tail was stuck in the mud, and the harder it tried to move, the more stuck it got. Without thinking twice, Alia did something amazing. She pushed with all her strength and called for the waves to come and help. At first, the waves crashed against the whale, but they weren't strong enough to pull it free. Then the tide started to turn. The waves began to rise and the water level started to go up. Slowly but surely, the tide began to pull the whale free. After what felt like forever, the whale was finally free. It swam closer to the shore one last time, lifted Alia onto its back, and then swam away with her. They rode the waves under the moonlight until they reached the open sea. There, the whale splashed its tail and disappeared into the darkness. Alia wasn't scared anymore. In fact, she felt braver than she ever had before from that day on. She knew that what looks scary might just be waiting to be understood. The end. Subscribe and follow for more Little Legends library.